So students, in the last lecture we have seen about two-dimensional probability distribution. There we have seen some of the concepts about discrete random variables. That is, when two discrete random variables capital X and capital Y are given, then how to find marginal probability and conditional probability. So likewise here we will see about continuous random variables capital X and capital Y. As we know that continuous random variable possesses the values in some interval. So here the joint probability f of xy based on capital X and capital Y, whatever is given here in the intervals, then as in discrete random variable we were knowing that the total probability for all x and for all y f of xy was always equal to 1. Similarly, likewise here the probability, the cumulative probability for all complete range, that is from minus infinity to infinity and from minus infinity to infinity. Here two variables are there, so we are using double integral, and this is always equal to 1. That means completely the total probability is always equal to 1. So here we can also see about its marginal probabilities. We already know that for continuous random variable the probability can be obtained by means of integration f of x dx. This was given by probability of capital X less than or equal to x for single random variable we were knowing, and we were knowing also that from minus infinity to infinity fx dx was always equal to 1. So likewise here for two random variables we can have this equal to 1. So now marginal probability distribution we can find. First of all, marginal probability on capital X. On capital X means that some particular value of X will be given to us and Y will vary. So, and this, as in discrete random variable, we will denote this by F1. So F1x is nothing but minus infinity to infinity f of xy dy, and here for y is varying and x is fixed. So this is the marginal probability of x. Okay. Similarly, marginal probability on y is given by, we are denoting this by f2. So f2y equal to, here x is varying and y is fixed. So the integration is with respect to x only, and this integration has the limit from minus infinity to infinity. Okay, so here you may note that minus infinity to infinity this is equal to 1, but this will not be equal to 1 because here we are not considering both the variables. We are only considering here y as variable and here x as variable. Okay, so and also we will note down the conditional probability density function, conditional probability density function, because for continuous random variable we were using the bulk density, and for discrete random variable we were using probability mass function, if you have noted. So conditional probability density function of y on x, that means here x it will be given to us, so in this case we will have f of 2. Because here I have written conditional probability density function of y is f of 2. So the probability of y when x is given, then this can be obtained as f of xy. The formula is similar, f of 1x divided by the probability of x, and which x we are always denoting this as f1. Similarly, conditional probability function of x on y, it is given as f of 1. X is we are finding the probability of x conditionally. with the condition that y is given. So this is given by f of xy divided by f of 2y. So the formulas are same as in discrete random variable. Simply here instead of sigma we are using integration. Are you clear with this? And by using this formula we can solve the examples based on two-dimensional random variables. Let us see one example. The joint probability density function. Example, the joint probability density function of two random variables capital X and capital Y is given by f of xy equal to k into x plus 2y and equal to 0. This is the value for 0 less than x less than 1 and 0 less than y less than 2, and this is the value for all other elsewhere, means other than these values of x and y. Then we have the questions. Are that first question is find out the value of k. This is very simple. We have also solved this kind of example for discrete random variables, and we know that here you should write down that we know that integration of minus infinity to infinity, integration of minus infinity to infinity, f of xy dx dy is equal to 1. So therefore here we will put their values in this integrations, and now see the limit of integrations are ranging from minus infinity to infinity in both integrals. But here we are given that we have the value is k into x plus 2y for 0 less than x less than 1 and for 0 less than y less than 2, and this is 0 elsewhere. So if we split the integrals, then only we will get the value from 0 to 1 and 0 to 2 k into x plus 2y, because for other ranges the integrals will become 0. So here 0 to 2 is written for y, so we will put here y dx, and this is equal to 1, and we integrate this one k, integration of 0 to 1, integration of this is x into y, and integration of 2y is y square. Here integration is with respect to y, so x is considered as constant, and therefore we get k into 0 to 1. If we put y equal to 2, we get here 2x plus 4, and if we put 0, it will become y is 0, y is 0, so dx equal to 1, and therefore now we integrate this with respect to x, so 2x has the integration x square by 2, so 2 and 2 will be cancelled. It has the integration 4x, 0 to 1, 1, okay. Therefore we have k into 1 plus 4 into 1, and when we put 0, it will become 0, 1, so this implies that k equal to 1 by 5. So it is the value of the given function. Are you clear with this? Now let us see another question based on the same example, that means to find the marginal density function. Find marginal density function of capital X on Y. Capital X, marginal density function of capital X and capital Y. And capital Y, but we will find out first the marginal density function of capital X. Okay, and we are given the formula for this already. It is given by, so first of all write down the formula, f1x integral minus infinity to infinity f of xy dy, because here y is varying, you must keep in mind, and so the formula will become very easy to remember. So here we put the value. From this we know that the integration is with respect to y, so the limit, these are the limits of y, and the limits of y are given 0 to 2, so k is 1 by 5 x plus 2y dy. Okay, so here and elsewhere it is 0. So we are subtract this, that means the value from minus integration to 0 is 0, and from 2 to infinity will also be 0. So we are not writing this one. So 1 by 5 will come outside. Integration of this is xy, and this is y square by 2, 0 to 2. So 1 by 5, y is 2, so 2x plus 4. So this is the required answer, that means final marginal density function of x, and here this is based on x, so we will write down the limit 0 less than x less than 1, and so this is valid for these values. Similarly, we can find out marginal density function of y, marginal density function of y. Marginal density function of y is denoted as f2y, f2y, and here f2y, that means x is considered as variable, so the integration is with respect to x. Now we will put the limit, x as the limit 0 to 1, and f of xy is 1 by 5, already we have obtained its value dx, and so the 1 by 5 will be common, so integration of x is x square by 2 plus 2y is constant, so x is the integration 0 to 1. So if we put the value, we will get here 1/2, 1 x equal to 1, x equal to 1, so it is 2y. So this is the answer for marginal density function of y. So are you clear with this? Okay. Then next we will find out another question in the same example, conditional probability density function. Find out, third question, find conditional probability density function. So here simply it is written function. So that means we will have to obtain both the things. That means conditional probability density function of x on y and of y on x. Both we will require to find out. So we will find out conditional probability of x on y. It is given by f1 of x given y, and this is the formula f of xy divided by probability of y, that is f2y. Okay, so we can find out it very easily by writing, because f of xy is given to us. It is k means 1 by 5, x plus 2y, and f of 2y already we have obtained. F of 2y is 1 by 5, 1/2 plus 2y. So 1/2 and 1/2 will be cancelled, so it is x plus 2y divided by 1/2 plus 2y. So this is the conditional probability of x on y, and here it is involving both x and y. So we will put the range 0 less than x less than 1 and 0 less than y less than 2. Okay, so this is the answer, that means conditional probability of y on x, conditional probability of x on y. Are you clear with this? Okay, and one more thing here is that we can have, these are the conditional probabilities for given y on x, of x on y. But what about the other values of x? Other values of x, this will be 0. That means for other ranges of x, that means for x less than or equal to 0 and x greater than or equal to 1. And y is fixed, because on y, that means the value of y will be fixed. So these are the conditional probability of f1 of x on y. Similarly, we can find out conditional probability functions of y on x. So here again it is given by the formula we have already noted, and it is very easy. On y, so f2, so y on x, that means it is f of xy divided by f1x, but f of xy is 1 by 5 x plus 2y, and f1x already just I have erased, but f1x was, we have 1 by 5, 2x plus 4. So 1 by 5 and 1 by 5 will be cancelled, and this is the value. And this is the value for 0 less than x less than 1 and 0 less than y less than 2. But what about other values? For other values, this is 0. That means here x is fixed. X is fixed because conditional probability of y on x. So what about the y? For y less than or equal to 0 or y greater than or equal to 2. So are you clear with this? So these problems, that means the problems based on continuous random variables are very easy to solve. Let us see another example of this kind. Let the joint probability distribution, let the joint probability distribution is given by f of xy equal to k into e raised to minus x minus 2y and equal to 0. This is for x greater than 0, y greater than 0, and this is for elsewhere. Okay? So here the questions are find k. Second question is find the probability for x less than 2 and y greater than 2. Third question here is find joint cumulative distribution function. Fourth question here is find marginal density function of x and y. Question number 3, 4, 5. It is find conditional probability density function of y given x. So here you can see that the first, fourth and fifth question have the same concept as in the last example which we have solved. So here I am giving the hint for first, 4 and 5, and I will solve second and third. The first can be solved, that is to find out value of k. You can use as in the last example minus infinity to minus infinity f of xy dx dy equal to 1. So here you can write down then it is for x greater than 0. That means here you can write down 0 to infinity, y greater than 0, that is 0 to infinity, and then put this value. You will get the answer because elsewhere it is 0. And by using this, you will find out the value k equal to 2. Okay? Second question here is that find the probability of x less than 2, for x less than 2 and for y less than 2. Okay? For y greater than 2, x less than 2 and y greater than 2. That means we want to find out probability for x less than 2 and y greater than 2. So this can be considered, here we have the double integrals, x less than 2, that means from minus infinity to 2, and y greater than 2, that means 2 to infinity, and here we will have f of xy means what? K is 2, so 2 e raised to minus x minus 2y dy dx. Here we will write down dy dx because this is the limit of y. So we will integrate first with respect to y and then with respect to x. So here the integration of this will be, we know that x is considered as constant. So integration of x is minus 2y itself. X is constant, so the integration of e raised to minus 2y divided by minus 2. And here is from 2 to infinity dx. dy is already completed. So 2 into minus infinity to 2 if you put here minus infinity, e raised to minus infinity is 0, so it will become 0. And then we put lower limit, 1 minus sign will come, here one more minus sign, so 1 half, but x is 0, so minus x dx. And this integration you can do very easily, because integration of e raised to minus x is minus e raised to minus e raised to minus x. So are you clear with this? Sorry, here minus x. Okay, dx. Sorry, minus x. We are putting 2 here. So minus x minus 4 dx. So integration of this is again simple. Minus e raised to minus x minus 4 will be the integration, and its answer will be e raised to minus 6 plus e raised to minus 4. Okay. Similarly, for cumulative probability, here cumulative probability is nothing but cumulative means accumulation of all these. So here we are finding capital F of xy, and capital F of xy is nothing but minus infinity to x and minus infinity to y, f of xy dy dx, up to x and up to y, starting from minus infinity. But here we know that this is given for x greater than 0 and y greater than 0, elsewhere it is 0. So after that we can write this as 0 to x, 0 to y, and f of xy is 2 e raised to minus x minus 2y. You can integrate this directly as we have solved earlier. So its answer is given by e raised to minus x minus 1 and e raised to 2y minus 2y minus 1. So it is the answer. So friends, you must have noted that this is the cumulative probability, because in single integration also we were obtaining cumulative probability as from minus infinity to x, f of x dx. So this is for 2 variables. Are you clear with this? And first must look at the range, whatever is given, and then find conditional probability of marginal probability of x and y. Both we will have to find out. That means in this example you will have to find out f1x and f2y. Okay, and in this example you will have to find out only f2y by x, and f2y by x is given by f of xy divided by f1x, and f1x is already obtained over here. So by using you can find out these solutions. Okay, so here f1x has the answer for your reference, e raised to minus x, e raised to minus x. You can find out f2y yourself. Then this conditional probability has the answer